I'm not gonna beg for you. I'm not gonna let you make me cry. Not getting enough from you. Didn't you know that I'm hard to find? In certain relationships, I've heard and I've experienced and whatnot that it's there's this thing, right? Actually, I think men and women do it, especially teenagers and young people in love. Is there's the satisfaction out of hurting someone because you know that they care. Purposefully putting someone down because you want to keep them.
Okay, y'all, Selena Gomez just dropped her new album called I Said I Love You First. And let me tell you, it's got the internet in a full-blown mode. Now, yeah, the music itself is doing numbers, but that's not even why people are talking. It's the lyrics. Because some of them, they sound really familiar. Like, is she talking about Justin? And y'all, Justin apparently heard all those songs. Sources close to him are saying he's not just annoyed, he's angry. Like, snapping on his team level, he feels like he's being mocked. He thought they had moved on, and now he's watching everyone dissect his old mistakes again. But hold up, we gotta talk about more than just lyrics. So when the album first dropped, everyone thought, oh cool, moody Selena vibes again. She's in her feelings, maybe we'll cry a little, heal a little. Pretty standard for her, right? Until people actually heard the lyrics. 2 songs flipped the whole vibe. Used to Be Sorry and How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten. That second title alone, that sounds like a direct shot. And once fans started listening closely, the theories came in fast. Let's start with Used to Be Sorry. There's a line that says, you cried for help, but I got blamed. That lyric right there had people raising eyebrows. Because if you think back, Justin had some really public struggles after their breakup. Breakdowns, emotional interviews, long periods where he just vanished from the spotlight. And Selena, she kept things quiet, but the media often painted her as the one who triggered all of it. So this lyric feels like her saying, hey, I was hurting too, but somehow I ended up being the villain while you got sympathy. It's the first time she's really flipped the narrative like that. No more sad girl, no more heartbroken ex. This is her side, and it's not sugar-coated. Now on to How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten? This one came with a gut punch. There's a moment in the song where she sings, you begged me to remember, now I pray to forget. That right there, it's cold. It sounds like she's reclaiming her peace and letting go of the emotional weight she's carried for years. And even though Selena never says names, let's be real, she knows how this works. She knows the fandom. She knows people will connect the dots, especially when the references are that specific. That lyric about someone begging to be remembered hits extra hard because Justin has publicly said how much he loved Selena and how painful their breakup was, even after marrying Hailey. Now, right when people were catching their breath from all that, Selena hit them with more, and this time, it came wrapped in what fans are calling Vanity Fair shade. Let's rewind to that Vanity Fair Oscars after party. Justin and Hailey showed up looking like Hollywood royalty. Selena was also there, but her whole energy was off. Fast forward to Selena's lyrics in Big Ass Grin, which many think is a hidden interlude or bonus track. She sings, he walked in, big grin, like nothing ever broke. Fans are convinced she's talking about that exact night, especially because she later admitted in an interview that she didn't even want to be there, and her team convinced her to show up. So now fans are going full detective mode, pulling clips, interviews, red carpet photos, and matching it to the lyrics. It's starting to feel like each song is a puzzle piece, and the picture it's forming, it's not flattering for Justin. Then there's the emotional gut check. Don't want to cry. The line, then you kiss her right in front of me, had everyone thinking back to that New York moment. Remember, Justin and Hailey were spotted kissing on a bench just months after he and Selena had tried one last time to make it work. Paparazzi were everywhere and the internet blew up. It wasn't just a kiss, it was confirmation that their chapter was really over. This song feels like her telling us what it felt like to watch that moment play out, not on TV, but right in front of her. And the whole song builds on that, the confusion, the numbness, the betrayal of loving someone who flips the switch so fast. And it's not even just about him, it's about how exhausting it is to give and still come up empty. That's the part fans are connecting with on a personal level, because it's not just a celebrity drama, it's the universal feeling of being left behind while someone else moves on like you never mattered.
I was driving myself crazy. First off, there was a million things that I didn't want to see.
Yeah.
And I would see them. over and over and over again. Then I'm comparing, but you usually sometimes feel like everyone's life looks amazing. What am I not, like, I'm missing the plot here, like, right? How come it's so fun for everyone else?
Just when fans thought Selena had gotten everything off her chest with those emotionally charged tracks, she surprised everyone with something totally unexpected, a Spanish language song called Ojitos. At first listen, Ojitos feels softer. It's got that nostalgic, almost innocent energy, like someone sitting in the aftermath of a love that slipped away. The lyrics talk about remembering someone's little eyes. Ojitos. And the way they used to look at her like she was the whole world. The vibe, it's like mourning the idea of love, not just the person. That's when fans really started debating, is this still about Justin, or is she suddenly talking about The Weeknd, who she also had a brief but deep relationship with? Or is this song not about a romantic partner at all? Some fans on Reddit and TikTok are convinced it could be about something deeper. One theory says Ojitos is actually Selena reflecting on lost innocence or trust, especially after years in the spotlight and painful public relationships. And yeah, a few people even threw out the Diddy theory, suggesting that the emotional weight of the song might connect to everything she's witnessed in the industry, not just her love life. But no matter who it's about, one thing's clear, this one hits differently. It's the calm after the storm. But if Ojitos was a gentle wave, what came next was not. Because guess what? Justin Bieber found out, and he was not happy. Sources close to the situation, like people really in his circle, say that after hearing the album, Justin reached out to Selena directly, not through a tweet. He actually asked her, "Are these songs about me?" And according to those same insiders, Selena didn't deny it. She didn't name the songs or walk anything back. She simply said, "I said what I said." That alone says a lot. Because for years, Selena's been careful, guarded even. But this time, she's standing by her words. No sugarcoating. Now imagine you're Justin. You've moved on. You're married. You're trying to live in peace. Then your ex drops a whole album and half the internet is dissecting your entire history again. People say he was mad, not throwing things mad, but clearly upset that again he was being dragged into headlines because even though Selena didn't use his name, the songs speak volumes, especially to those who followed their story from the beginning.
I think some of the things that I don't even need to be aware of are just vile and disgusting. And it's not fair, and no one ever should be spoken to in the manner that I've seen. And all I have to say is it's incredibly ironic that I would release something that is all about kind words, because that's exactly what I want. That's it.
Of course, the internet turned this into a full-blown event. Team Selena came out swinging. She's finally free. She's telling her truth. She's been quiet for years while people dragged her, so now it's her time. They're all about her reclaiming her voice through her music. Meanwhile, Team Justin isn't feeling it. They think it's petty. Some say she's stuck in the past and needs to stop pulling Justin's name into every project. But here's where it gets complicated, the double standard. Because when Justin shares something vulnerable on Instagram or gets emotional in an interview, people say he's being honest, raw, healing. But when Selena does the same thing through music, she's called bitter or obsessed, and that's what fans are really pushing back on. Why is it okay for men to process publicly, but when a woman does it, it's suddenly a problem? Whether you're on Team Selena or Team Justin, the reaction to this album is exposing more than just old wounds. It's showing how people judge artists differently depending on how they express pain and who they are. But is this really the end of their story? Or is it just another chapter in a story that refuses to close? Even though Selena's made it clear in interviews that not every song on the album is about Justin, let's be honest, she knew what she was doing. The way the lyrics are written, the emotions they carry, the timing of the release, it's enough to make fans keep looking for connections. And for good reason. Selena and Justin weren't just any celebrity couple. They were the couple for an entire generation, the Disney sweetheart and the teen heartthrob, the on-again, off-again roller coaster that shaped how a lot of people understood love and heartbreak in real time. So every time Selena sings about betrayal, regret, or emotional whiplash, people will assume Justin, because that relationship was public and deeply emotional for both of them. And here's the thing, even when they're not speaking, they're still in conversation. Through songs, through posts, through interviews, and alleged nods. Like, remember when Justin dropped Ghost? And people swore it was about Selena, especially because of the whole, if I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you line. Now fast forward to Selena's latest album, and it feels like a full circle moment. She's answering back, not with anger, but with reflection. It's like they've both been writing letters to each other through music for years. But are we finally at the end? Definitely not. Even if they never speak again, their story is baked into pop culture history, and their fans, they remember everything. From the sweet Instagram tributes to the messy unfollows, from red carpet moments to surprise sightings in church or coffee shops, it's all part of the lore now. What makes it even harder to close this chapter is that they were each other's first love, and that kind of bond, even when it breaks, leaves a mark. Selena said in the past that she had to go through the worst possible heartbreak and that healing from it took years. Justin admitted that he struggled with guilt and confusion during that same time, so even if they're not picking at fresh wounds, they're still processing, still reflecting, still using music as therapy.
I'm not sure it's more about misconceptions other than the fact that I'm genuinely happy where I am and I feel great. People tend to question every part of my life, but that's okay. I think as long as I know where I am and who I'm around, I'm solid.
At the end of the day, both Selena and Justin have been through a lot, not just emotionally, but publicly. Imagine having your most painful moments broadcast to the world, and then having people constantly ask you to explain them. Maybe these songs aren't meant to reopen old wounds. Maybe they're just how Selena finally let go of a part of her that's been heavy for too long. Maybe she's not out for revenge. Maybe this is released. But here's the real question for you. What do you guys think? Is Selena still holding on or just setting herself free? Was Justin being too sensitive, or is she dragging old stuff into the spotlight again? Jump into the comments, because this album definitely opened the door to a lot of conversation.